Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. We'll get started in just a moment. We are reading chapters 1 through 4 in Genesis today. Today is the first day of our Bible reading plan, reading the Bible cover to cover. I'm excited to get started with you. So let's go ahead and get live on Facebook as well. All righty. A couple technical issues this morning, but not too bad. Only took us 8 minutes to get in. So I'm excited that you all are here. And just making sure we are live on Facebook as well. There we go. Perfect. Boom, we are live. Hello, we've got one viewer on Facebook already. Hello, Janine. Yes, we were having technical difficulties this morning. I seen your chat and because I unplug on the weekends, for the most part, I tend to move my computer all around my house and be a little bit more mobile than I normally am during the week. And I was a little not organized like I should have been this morning. So let's see here. I'm going to update a few things here, make sure that we are all correct. And I'm not sure if y'all seen, I did go ahead and post the questions for the Bible reading as well. So if you haven't seen the questions, I did post them and I pinned them, featured them in our Facebook group. So if you're not in the Facebook group and you're on YouTube, you're more than welcome to join us. Otherwise, I am going to post the questions for the week in the video below as well. So I'm excited to go ahead and get that all taken care of for you right now. Then we'll jump right into the reading. And keep in mind, those questions are for the whole week, so that has stuff to do with that as well. So there we go. And I never know how to answer this question on YouTube. Is it made for kids? Well, yeah, it's the Bible. But are you going to tag it and say it's not made for kids? Oh. Here we go. Perfect. Let me make sure I can see all the comments. I've got comments on Facebook and YouTube are up. I've got YouTube on one device, Facebook on the other, unless anybody has any other way to get that started. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning. All right. So we're going to go ahead and open right up to Genesis 1. Genesis 1. My Bible looks so big because it's like got 4 different translations in it. This thing is humongous. All right. And I am going to be reading in the Message version, and we'll be cross-referencing different translations as well. But for now, we're going to read in the Message version this morning. Good morning, Sarah. All right, so let's get started. First, this: God created the heavens and earth. All you see, all you don't see. Earth was a soup of nothingness, a bottomless emptiness, an inky blackness. God's spirit brooded like a bird above the watery abyss. God spoke light, and light appeared. God saw that light was good and separated light from darkness. God named the day or the light day and named the dark night. It was evening and it was morning, day 1. And I'm sorry, one moment here. I've got somebody asking to get in and they don't have access. So technology problems. One moment, please. See, where is the YouTube button? And there we go. All shared. Everybody is happy now. Here we go. Good morning, Sonia. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's start chapter 1, verse 1. First, this God created the heavens and earth, and all you see, all you don't see. Earth was a soup of nothingness, a bottomless emptiness, an inky blackness. God's spirit brooded like a bird above the watery abyss. God spoke light, and light appeared. God saw that light was good, and it separated light from darkness. God named light day and named dark night. It was evening and it was morning. Day 1. God spoke sky in the middle of the waters, separated water from water. God made sky. He separated the water under sky from the water above sky. And there it was. He named the sky the heavens. It was evening, it was morning. Day 2. God spoke separate water beneath heaven, gather into one place. Land appear. And it was there. God named the land earth. He named the pooled water ocean. God saw it was good. God spoke the earth green up, growing all varieties of seeds-bearing plants, every sort of fruit-bearing tree. And there it was. Earth produced green seed-bearing plants, all varieties, and earth-bearing trees, all the sorts. God saw it was good. It was evening, it was morning, day 3. God spoke lights, come out, shine in heaven's sky, separate day from night, mark seasons and days and years, lights in heaven's sky to give light to earth. And it was there. God made 2 big lights, the larger to take charge of the day, the smaller to be in charge of night. And he made the stars. God placed them in the heavenly sky to light up the earth and oversee day and night and separate light and dark. God saw it was good. It was evening, it was morning, day 4. God spoke swarm, ocean with the fish and all sea life. Birds fly through the sky over earth. God created huge whales. All the swarms of life in the waters. And every kind of species of flying birds, God saw that it was good. God blessed them, prosper, reproduce, fill the ocean, birds, reproduce on earth. It was evening and it was morning, day 5. God spoke, the earth generate life, every sort and kind, cattle and reptiles and wild animals, all kinds. And there it was, wild animals of every kind, cattle of all kinds, every sort of reptile and bug. Good morning, Tina. God saw it was good. God spoke, let us make human beings in our image, make them reflecting our nature, so they can reproduce for the fish of the sea, the birds in the air, the cattle, and yes, earth itself. And every animal that moves on the face of the earth, God created human beings. He created them godlike, reflecting God's nature. He created them male and female. God blessed them. Prosper, reproduce, fill the earth, take charge. Be responsible for fish in the sea, the birds in the air, for every living thing that moves on the face of the earth. Then God said, I've given you every sort of seed-bearing plant on the earth and every kind of fruit-bearing tree. Give them to you for food, to all animals and all birds, everything that moves, breathes. I give whatever grows on the ground for food. And it was there. God looked over everything he had made, and it was so good, so very, very good. It was evening and it was morning, day 6. And I just realized that although I prayed before the call went live, I forgot to pray with y'all. So we're going to pray before we continue with chapter 2. Heavenly Father, I just thank you for today, Lord. I just thank you that we get to get up and we get to read the Bible freely. I thank you that not only do we get to read it freely in our own homes, we get to read it freely with those around the world, live on Facebook and on YouTube and whatever platform they're watching from, Lord. And I just ask that you be with them, that their ears be open to hear your word and your truths and hear your voice, Lord, that their hearts be wide open to receive it and to put it into practice today, tomorrow, and forever. Father, I ask that you be my hands and feet as I read your word today, Lord. I ask that not only do you help those watching understand your word, but you help me to understand it at a deeper level as well. And I pray this all in your precious and holy name. Amen. Chapter 2. Heaven and earth were finished, down to the last detail. By the 7th day, God had finished his work. On the 7th day, he rested from all his work. God blessed the 7th day. He made it a holy day, because on that day he rested from the work, all the creating God had done. This is the story of how it started in heaven and earth when they were created, Adam and Eve. At the time God made earth and heaven, before any grasses or shrubs had sprouted from the ground, God hadn't yet set the rain on earth, nor was there anyone around to work the ground. The whole earth was watered by underground springs. God formed man out of dirt from the ground and blew into his nostrils the breath of life. The man came alive, a living soul. Then God planted a garden in Eden. In the east, he put the man he had just made in it. God made all kinds of trees grow from the ground, trees beautiful to look at and good to eat. The tree of life was in the middle of the garden, also known as the tree of knowledge of good and evil. A river flows out of Eden to the water in the garden, and from there divides into 4 rivers. The first was named Pishon. It flows through Helviah, where there's gold. The gold of this land is good. The land is also known for a sweet scent of scented resin and the ox stone. The second river is named Hiddekel. It flows east of Assyria. The 4th river is Euphrates. God took the man and set him down in the Garden of Eden to work the ground and keep it in order. God commanded the man, you can eat from any tree in the garden except for the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Don't eat from it. The moment you eat from that tree, you're dead. God said, it's not good for man to be alone. I'll make him a helper, a companion. So God formed from the dirt of the ground all the animals of the field and the birds of the air. He brought them to the man to see what he would name them. Whatever the man called each living creature, that was its name. The man named the cattle, named the birds of the air, named the wild animals, but he didn't find a suitable companion. God put the man into a deep sleep, and he slept. As he slept, he removed one of his ribs and replaced it with flesh. God then used the rib he had taken from the man to make the woman and presented her to the man. The man said, "Finally, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh," named her woman, for she was made from man. Therefore, a man leaves her father and mother and embraces his wife. They become one flesh. The two of them, the man and his wife, were naked, but they felt no shame. Chapter 3. The serpent was clever, more clever than wild animal God had made. He had spoke to the woman. "Do I understand that God told you not to eat from any tree in the garden?" The woman said to the serpent, "Not at all. We can eat from the trees of the garden. It's only the tree in the middle of the garden that God said, 'Don't eat from it. Don't even touch it or you'll die.'" I am sorry. Somebody wants to say hello. Okay. And buddy, you need to lay down, please. Thank you. The serpent told the woman, "You won't die. God knows that the moment you eat from the tree, you'll see what's really going on. You'll be just like God, knowing everything, ranging all the way from good and evil." When the woman saw that the tree looked like good eating and realized that what she would get out of it, she'd know everything. She took and ate the fruit and then gave some to her husband, and he ate it. Immediately, the two of them did see what's really going on, saw themselves naked. They sewed fig leaves together in a makeshift clothes for them. When they heard the sound of God scrolling in the garden in the evening breeze, the man and his wife hid in the trees, the garden, hid from God. God called to the man, "Where are you?" He said, "I heard you in the garden and I was afraid because I was naked and I hid." God said, "Who told you you were naked? Did you eat from that tree I told you not to eat from?" The man said, The woman you gave me as a companion, she gave me fruit from the tree, and yes, I ate it." God said to the woman, "What is this that you've done?" "The serpent seduced me," she said, "and I ate." God told the serpent, "Because you've done this, you've cursed. Because you've done this, you're cursed. Cursed beyond all cattle and wild animals. Cursed to slink on your belly and eat dirt all your life. I'm declaring war between you and the woman, between your offspring and hers. He'll wound your head, you'll wound his heel." He told the woman, "I'll multiply your pains in childbirth. You'll give to your babies in pain. You'll want to please your husband, but he'll lord it over you." He told the man, "Because you listened to your wife and ate from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from, don't eat from this tree. The very sound is cursed because of you, getting food from the ground. Getting food from the ground will be as painful as having babies for your wife. You'll be working in pain all your life. The ground will sprout thorns and weeds. You'll get your food the hard way. planting and tilling and harvesting, sweating in the fields from dawn to dusk, until you return to that ground yourself, dead and buried. You started out as dirt, you'll end up as dirt. The man known as Adam named his wife Eve because she was the mother of all the living. God made leather clothing for Adam and his wife and dressed them. God said, the man has become like one of us, capable of knowing everything, ranging from good and evil. What if he now should reach out and take the fruit of the tree of life and eat it and live forever? Never. This cannot happen. And God expelled them from the Garden of Eden and sent them back to work the ground, the same dirt out of which they'd been made. He knew them out of the garden and stationed angel cherubim and revolving sword of fire east of it, guarding the path to the tree of life. Adam slept with Eve, his wife. She conceived and had Cain. We're in chapter 4 now. Adam slept with his wife, Eve, and she had conceived and had Cain. She said, I've gotten a man with God's help. She said she had another baby, Abel. Abel was her herdsman and Cain was a farmer. Time passed. Cain brought an offering to God from the produce of his farm. Abel has also brought an offering from the firstborn animals of his herd, choice cuts of meat. God liked Abel and his offering, but Cain and his offering didn't get his approval. Cain lost his temper and went into a sulk. God spoke to Cain, why this tantrum? Why the sulking? If you do well, won't you be accepted? And if you don't do well, sin is lying in wait for you, ready to pounce. It's out to get you. You've got to master it. Cain had words for his brother. They were out in the field. Cain came at Abel, his brother, and killed him. God said to Cain, where is Abel, your brother? He said, how should I know? I'm not his babysitter. God said, what have you done? The voice of your brother's blood is calling to me from the ground. From now on, you'll get nothing but curses from the ground. You'll be driven from the ground that has opened its arms to receive the blood of your murderer's brother. You'll farm this ground, but it will no longer give you its best. You'll be homeless, wandering on earth. Hello, Terry. Cain said to God, my punishment is too much. I can't take it. You've thrown me off of the land, and I can never face you. I'm a homeless wanderer on earth, and whoever finds me will kill me. God told him, no, anyone who kills Cain will pay for it 7 times over. But God put a mark on Cain to protect him so that no one who met him would kill him. Cain left the presence of God and lived in no man's land east of Eden. Cain slept with his wife. She conceived and had Enoch. He then built a city and named it after his son Enoch. Enoch had Ezra. Ezra had Mishael. Mishael had Methuselah, and Methuselah had Lamech. Lamech married 2 wives, Adiah and Zeliah. Adiah gave birth to Jabal, the ancestor of all who lived in the tents and herd cattle. His name was Jabal, the ancestor of all who played the lyre and flute. Zeliah gave birth to Tubal, Cain, who worked in the forge making bronze and iron tools. Tubal Cain's sister was Nemiah. Lamech had said to his wives, Adiah and Ziah, listen to me, you wives of Lamech, hear me out. I killed a man for wounding me, a young man who attacked me. If Cain is avenged 7 times, for Lamech is 77. Adam slept with his wife again. She had a son whom she had named Seth. She said, God had given me another child in place of Abel, whom Cain killed. And then Seth had a son whom he named Enoch. That's when the man and woman began praying and worshiping in the name of God. And we've made it to chapter 5. So that is the end of the first 4 chapters. I really get to brush up on how to pronounce their names. Oh, goodness. What a good day. So day 1 we've officially finished. We've read chapters 1 through 4. So I am excited to see what this next year holds. Tomorrow we'll pick up at chapter 5, reading chapters 5 through 8, 7 o'clock, still be. And if you have your Bible journal, we will be, there will be 4 questions that you can answer throughout the week. There is a spot in the journal as well for reflection and notes, and make sure that you're writing your gratitudes down. And so I am excited to get started and see what this week holds. Many blessings to you all, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye now.